If the source of your light in the eastern direction, here is the position of your hand. It's totally up to you. Another religion, feel free. Feel free. As long as you feel calm, peaceful, and natural, feel free. If you have your religion suggesting you to put your position, your hand in a certain position, feel free, as long as you are comfortable and peaceful. Open your eyes a little bit in order to avoid of being sleepy. Just in case your body is perfectly fresh, there is no possibility of being sleepy, you can totally close the eyes. But for the public beginner, it is suggested to open your eyes a little bit. The rest, you may follow my guidance. My Holy Guru, wherever you are, the living Guru, the Holy Scriptures Guru, symbolical Guru, the secret Guru. I'm going to guide thousands of students on the ancient path of meditation. Kindly allow me to be your own humble servant. Now we are going to meditate. As I keep sharing from one guided meditation to another guided meditation, in the more advanced level, to meditate is to take a perfect rest. To put it more precisely, to take a rest from any kind of inner conflict and inner critic. Rest your mind from any kind of duality like false, true, right, wrong, dark, light, sorrow, joy, pain, pleasure. Simply resting the mind from any kind of duality. That is the innermost core of meditation. Some of you may still remember most of energy drain come from the critical and conflicting mind, especially by opposing right and wrong, true and false, sorrow and joy. And as soon as you rest the mind, resting the mind from any kind of duality, any kind of critic and conflict inside, most of the energy drain that come out from the mind will totally stop. As a result, the body will have all the capacity to heal itself. For that reason, always remember, rest the mind, rest. That is the innermost core of meditation. To put the idea more practical, rest the mind in the gap between two breaths. Between in-breath and out-breath. Between out-breath and in-breath. There is a gap. No need to prolong the breath, no need to shorten the breath. Simply feel the gap between two breaths without negative positive, without expecting something positive, without rejecting something negative. Simply feel the gap between two breaths. That is precisely what I mean by resting the mind. The mind can jump into 1,000 directions without any guilty feeling. Bring the mind back to the gap between two breaths. Suffering mind is like ships in the ocean, which is full of waves, going up when being praised, going down when being blamed. That is the suffering mind, like ship in the ocean, which is full of waves. In the moment when you feel the gap between two breaths, you bring the ship of the mind into the beach of peace. In other words, the gap between two breaths is like the anchor connecting the suffering mind with the beach of peace. Now, feel the gap between two breaths. The most important reason why I keep suggesting to you to rest the mind in this moment as it is, because everything is the dancings of the same perfection. Everything is the dancings of the same God if you believe in God. Everything is the smile of the same Buddha if you are students on the path of Buddhism. As dolphins beautify the ocean by being dolphins, as butterfly beautify the garden by being butterfly, you are beautifying Mother Earth by being yourself as you are. You are beautifying Mother Earth by being yourself as you are. That is another approach of resting the mind. Feel the gap between two breaths. like the space which gives place for any kind, anything negative and positive, like the space. That is the direct output of resting the mind in the gap between two breaths. All the inner conflict and inner critic will totally stop. Rest the mind in the gap between two breaths. Quoting from one of the ancient scriptures of Tibet, the head of Mother Earth, the dry season does not reduce the amount of water in the universe. Raining season does not increase the amount of water in the universe. In the same way, blame, praise, failure, success, illness, health, they do not decrease something, they do not increase something. For that reason, remember to rest the mind at the gap between two breaths. Meditation is an important key to unlock the door of freedom. The more you rest the mind at the gap between two breaths, the more you unlock the gate of freedom. Rest the mind at the gap between two breaths. Some of you who learn quantum physics especially, you know already your universe manifesting into human body, meaning you are both darkness and light, you are both night and day, you are both pain and pleasure, sorrow and joy, sadness and happiness. For that reason, rest the mind at the gap between two breaths. Rest. In the spiritual family of compassion, we have been sharing this core of meditation for more than 10 years. Since everything is the dancings of the same perfection, remember, whatever the blessing of this moment, simply accept, flow, smile. Accept, flow, smile. Everything is the dancing of the same perfection. That is also the most important reason why in English language the now is called as the present. The now is a gift. It is the spiritual gift of peace. Rest the mind at the gap between two breaths. Keep growing, beautiful soul. Keep growing until one day you will understand through personal experience. Samsara and nirvana are no longer two. Samsara and nirvana are two sides of the same coin. And the shortest path toward that goal is rest the mind at the gap between two breaths. Whatever the blessing of this moment, from numbness until peace of mind, from the voice of raining fall until the singing birds, use it as holy bell to return back to the gap between two breaths. At the same time, always remember, the now is called the present because the now is a spiritual gift of peace. How to open the gift of peace? Simply rest the mind at the gap between two breaths. The more you rest the mind at the gap between two breaths, the more you will release yourself from the guilt of the past. The more also you release yourself from the fear of the future. Let me repeat once again, since this is very important. The more you rest the mind at the gap between two breaths, the more you will release yourself from the guilt of the past. The more you will release yourself from the fear of the future. The only thing that left is only the peaceful present. Rest the mind at the gap between two breaths. In this universe, everything keeps flowing like the dry leaf falling and one day appear in the form of young leaf. Waste today will become beautiful flower one day. Beautiful flower today will become waste in another day. The same thing happened with sad, glad, bad, good, false, true, blame, praise, they all flowing. Since everything keep flowing, the only medicines of peace is flow. The Greek philosopher Heraclitus is true in this case. No one can step into the same river twice. No one can experience this present moment twice. For that reason, rest the mind at the gap between two breaths. At the same time you rest the mind at the gap between two breaths, remember to smile. Smile is a sign that you are no longer a victim of the past and the future. You are no longer a victim, you are now a master. The masters of the present. Repeating the previous message, the more you rest the mind at the gap between two breaths, the less energy draining that come out from the mind. As soon as the body has sufficient energy inside, the body will be able to heal itself. That is the innermost core of meditation, heals. Like day and night, weeks keep changing and flowing. The same thing happens with sad, glad, pain, pleasure, bad mood, good mood. Everything keeps changing. Suffering happens when you attach to the positive and reject the negative. That is the root of suffering. Peace happens to you when you perfectly flow with this moment. Accept, flow, smile. After spending long enough time resting the mind at the gap between two breaths, now we learn to forgive. Especially without forgiving, the soul will never grow and glow. First of all, visualize a crying baby on your left side. It is the symbol of soul soul wound from the past. It is the symbol of your own pain, your own soul wound that come from the past, especially from childhood. Visualize a crying baby on your left hand, called the bad memory of the past. It can be the divorced parents, being wounded in the form of sexual harassment in young age, being left behind by your boy or girl friends, being bullied by your friends in the school time, and any kind of bad memories from the past. Call them, symbolized as a crying baby on your left hand. Now, before learning to forgive the others, learn to forgive yourself. And the practical meditative way, the practical and meditative way to forgive yourself is giving space. Simply giving space to all those bad memories of the past. Giving space without any resistance. At the same time, remember, there is no punishment, there is only spiritual lesson. There is no mistakes. There is only soul which keep growing from one maturity into another higher level of maturity. Give space to those bad memories of the past without any resistance. That is the practical meditative approach of forgiving yourself. For your information, even the great master, the holy souls of the past, committed mistake in the beginning as part of their soul journey to be mature. That's why Sri Ram in Hinduism, sending arrow to the leg of Subali at the age of 7 years old. Prince Siddhartha in Buddhism, left behind his home early in the morning, make his father and his wife deeply sad. The same thing also happened to the commoner and the ordinary people like us. We also committed mistakes in the past. And those mistakes are not here to punish you. Those mistakes are not here to burden you. But they bring you countless spiritual lessons. That is the way to forgive your mistakes of the past. No need to blame yourself. No need to blame your parents and the others. It all happened already. Now shifting the mind from punishment into spiritual lesson. Having angry parents, of course, were very wounding. But see all of them as the lessons of being more mature. Being left behind by girlfriend and boyfriend in school time, of course, it is a kind of suffering. but use it as a promise to be a good parent, a good lesson to guide your children one day. That is the practical way to forgive the mistakes of the past. Let me repeat once again. Even the great master like the Buddha and Sri Ram committed mistake in the beginning as part of the soul journey to be much more mature. Now do not hesitate to forgive yourself. No doubt you are able to forgive yourself. The practical meditative way is giving the space to those bad memories of the past. Every time those bad memories of the past visit you, giving space without any resistance. That is the practical and meditative approach of forgiving yourself. After forgiving yourself, now we learn to forgive the others. Someone who harmed you in the past. It can be angry parents. It can be naughty friends who bullied you in the school time. It can be boy or girl friends who left you behind. Anyone who harmed you in the past. Now visualize the second crying baby on your right hand, the symbol of soul wound of the person who harmed you in the past. In order to make the rose of forgiving beautifully bloom within, please deeply contemplate the following message. It is not only you who are wounded. The person who wounded you also wounded, even worse. We are wounded by our unmature parents. Our parents are wounded by grandparents. Grandparents were wounded by their parents. That is the long chain of suffering in this samsaric realms. And you can cut those long chain of suffering by sincerely forgive. Now visualize the crying baby on your left hand, your soul wound, giving beautiful rose of forgiving to the crying baby on your right hand, the soul wound of the person who harmed you in the past. At the same time, always remember the beautiful message of the late Nelson Mandela. Without forgiving, you will bring portable prison wherever you go. Without forgiving, you will keep consuming poisons every day. For that reason, no matter how hard inside, learn to forgive. Let me repeat once again, since this is very important. Without forgiving, you will bring portable prison wherever you go. Without forgiving, you will keep consuming poison every day. to make your soul journey perfect. Now we call the white light of Father from the sky and the red light of Mother from earth. First of all, call the white light of Father from the sky. Enter your crown chakra and resting in your fourth chakra of the heart. Secondly, call the red light of Mother from earth, entering your first chakra in the lower part of your body. Also resting in the fourth chakra of the heart. Both white light of Father from the sky and red light of Mother from earth, giving birth to the light of love in the heart. Now visualize the pink light of love in the heart, shining through your heart. In order to make the light of love feel to be true and real, now contemplate the long list of gratitude, because gratitude is one of the clear language of love. Now make a long list of love inside. Make a long list of gratitude inside. From healthy body into happy family. From having beautiful motorcycle, car, and having beautiful home. Make a long list of gratitude. It is the sign that the energy of love is there. Since the light of love is clear already in your heart, now share the light of love to every single cell of your body, especially the part of your body which is painful. If you have pain in your head, share the light of love to the head. If you have pain in your leg, share the light of love to your leg. That is one approach of becoming the best healer to yourself. Now share the light of love to the close and loving one. It can be your husband, your wife, your children, your close friends. Send all of them the light of love by remembering their goodness. Now send the light of love to the person who harmed you in the past. They are also good and kind. Especially because of them, you become much more mature, wiser, and more patient as well. Send your enemy the light of love. To make your love unlimited and unconditional, now share the light of love to the lower, middle, and upper realms. From hell, Satan, Gumatat Gumitit, animal, all virus, include coronavirus, plant, Momadi, human beings, demigods, gods, all being in samsaric realm, lower, middle, upper realm, the realm of Dharma Protector, Mother Kiwa, Father Tengan, Dragon, Garuda, Lion and Tiger, realm of Arahat and realm of Bodhisattva. Let send the light of love to lower, middle and upper realm, to make your love unlimited and unconditional. As soon as you open your eyes from meditation, remember to whisper deep into your soul the beautiful mantra of Aham Prema, meaning I am love, who is here to share love. Make it 3 times. Aham Prema, Aham Prema, Aham Prema. I am love, who is here to share love. Deep thank you, beautiful friend, light seeker, peace lover, students on the path of meditation wherever you are. Not only in Bali, in Indonesia, some of you also come from outside Indonesia. Deep thank you.